What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the CFL podcast, all right? And today, y'all, I'm going to just come out and say it. South Carolina State will be in the Celebration Bowl. I'm calling it. South Carolina State is going to represent the MEAC in the Celebration Bowl. I'm saying it. I'm sticking to it. All right, y'all. A lot of people are going Norfolk because to me those are the only two schools that have a chance in the MEAC. No disrespect if your school is not either one of them. All right, but to me those are the two schools with the best chances. South Carolina State has been picked in the preseason to be number one by the end of the season, and I think they'll do it. And let's talk about it. All right, now the reason why I say they're going to be in the Celebration Bowl is because, yes, they lost a lot of talent. They lost a lot of talent. Their whole starting defensive line for 2019 gone. But, y'all, they still got monsters. Y'all, even despite all their losses on the defensive side and the offensive side, they still have 10 players ranked in the preseason all-conference. That's second in the MEAC. The only team above them is, of course, Norfolk with 14. But the reason why I say South Carolina State is going to make the Celebration Bowl is because of that defense. That defense is going to be the main factor. That defense is going to make or break the squad for South Carolina State. Not that I don't believe in the offense at all, because Corey Fields is a monster, okay? Shaq Davis is a monster. But that defense is what's going to propel them. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, it's no secret, yes, they lost a lot of talent, as I said earlier, okay? The top 5 sack leaders, all 5 of the top 5 sack leaders are gone. That is a huge loss for the defensive line. Their defensive line is probably, they're not weak, but that is the weakest unit of their defense. However, those guys have reportedly impressed Coach Pugh, Coach Pugh. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing his name, and the defensive coordinator and the defensive line coach a lot. Like, they are going off. They've impressed them in the spring, post that Alabama A&M game, and they've been impressing so far in camp. These dudes are ready to go. All right, like I said, 10 players still in the preseason all MEAC. All right, second most of any team. That defensive line, they don't have to match what their previous defensive line did in 2019. They just have to be a step better than what they were in the spring. That's it. They don't have to play the same as 2019's SC State's defensive line. They just have to be decent. They just have to be good against. They take the step forward, which I have no reason to believe that they won't. They'll propel that defense, and they'll make that defense one of the top in the MEAC again, just like they have been. All right, because in 2019, if y'all remember, them boys was on fire. Them boys was crazy. All right, I mean, they tied North Carolina A&T for MEAC champion, but of course, because they lost the head-to-head matchup, A&T got the right to go to the Celebration Bowl. But with them gone, with FAMU gone, with Bethune-Cookman gone, it's really for them. Like, it's theirs for the taking. You feel me? Now, the secondary and the linebacking core, they are going. To me, they're going to be even better. They're going to be even better. We all know about the Kobe Durant, right? We all know about him. I mean, MEAC Defensive Player of the Year, the Reese's Senior Bowl invite. I mean, he's one of the top cornerbacks in the FCS, and he picked off the best quarterback in HBCU football in Aqeel Glass 3 times. He was picked on 3 times and got 3 picks. Don't try that boy. Don't try the Kobe, all right? Because I promise you, it ain't gonna end well for you. But aside from that, y'all, they had 14 picks. 14 picks. Come on. That secondary ain't lost a beat. They only had a few games in the spring. Imagine what they're going to do with a full season again. They're going to get back to regular season form, 2019 form. That secondary is going to be the same, if not better. They're not going to be far from that 2019 form. I'm relying on them heavily for South Carolina State to be the reason why they're propelled to the Celebration Bowl. I keep wanting to call it a national championship. I mean, I guess it's that, but it's a sticky situation with that. But yeah, but across from Jacoby, you got B.J. Davis, the sophomore corner. When Jacoby leaves, B.J. Davis will be that guy. B.J. Davis is going to take over that role that Jacoby currently has. I mean, the boy only had 11 pass deflections as a freshman. He was only third in the MEAC with that as a freshman. And now, after this year, B.J. Davis is going to be another guy who eventually is going to get a Senior Bowl invite and is going to get NFL looks, and I'm willing to bet on that. B.J. Davis, man, look out for him when Jacoby leave. I talk about the SWAC a lot on this channel, but it's time to get a MEAC some love. You know, I'm from South Carolina. The Dogs are, that's the home team. So, as far as the MEAC, I got to root for them. Like I said, I don't know who's going to represent the Celebration Bowl from the SWAC, but I'm very confident in saying from the MEAC standpoint, them Dogs are going to be right there. All right? Now, they were 3-1 in the spring. Okay? They had that 31-7 loss to Alabama A&M. But I don't think that'll be the case this year. I think they'll lose that game. But I don't think it'll be as bad this year. Okay? Because of the returning starters that you have, yes, they lost their star receiver. I forgot his name, but you bring back Shaq Davis. So you still got someone who's able to make big plays for you, and is a pretty damn good number one receiver. Then you got Corey Fields. We all know the athlete he is. He needs to take a step forward. He's a great athlete. He can make the throws because we've seen him done it. It's just about consistent play. We need to see Corey Fields do it consistently. We need to see more third down conversions. We need to see just overall more consistent play from the offense. And I think they will do it. Jell Page. You bring back Jell Page. You bring back Tyson Gray. Two guys who also got all honors in the MEAC. I'm not saying that those four guys are going to be enough, but I think that they'll propel that whole offense as a whole to be better. Okay, looking at the film, thanks to their Instagram page, they look like they're getting after it out there. Now, of course, it's easy for any school to look good during fall camp, but I'm just saying, I feel like it's something different with this South Carolina State team. I think they know that because it just got a lot easier for them to get to the Celebration Bowl, they gonna do it. I think they know that because they were literally one game away in 2019, and that team is now gone, it's theirs for the taking. They know this. They believe this. South Carolina State, those players believe that they will be there in December. I think that's when it's December, right? That's when the game is played. And I think so too. Now, as far as their schedule, Alabama A&M is the first game. Like I said, that's a loss. I think it'll be closer, but I think that's a loss. Akil Glass, Brian Juice Jenkins, Abdul Anderson from LSU, and the running back they got from LSU as well. I think that's just too much. I just think that'll be too much for them. Too much firepower. But we'll see. So yeah, that's a loss. Clemson, a money game. Unfortunately, they're gonna get embarrassed on TV again. We don't like seeing that. I hate seeing it, but that's a loss. And New Mexico State, FBS school, also a loss. That is 3 straight away games for SC State. That is brutal. That is brutal right off the top. I wouldn't imagine it would do much to their confidence because depending on the outcomes of those games, I don't think it'll do much to their confidence. However, they need to be competitive in at least 2 of the 3 because I know Clemson. That last time they played Clemson, it wasn't so pretty. All right, but now let's get to the games that matter, the MEAC games, right? Not Bethune-Cookman, because we know they moved to the SWAC, but that's a win. And Florida A&M, they'll lose there, but it doesn't matter. Morgan State is a win. Okay, Delaware State is a win. North Carolina Central is a win. Howard is a win. They still play A&T, even though they're not in the MEAC anymore, so that's a loss, but it's not going to affect them as far as the Celebration Bowl. So we're not even going to talk about that. So that leaves them 4-0 in the MEAC, with their last MEAC game coming against Norfolk. That is going to be the deciding factor, because I think Norfolk is going to go 4-0 in the MEAC as well, until they see State at the end of the season. Week 11, that is going to be the deciding factor. Because even though I think they'll beat Norfolk, Jawan Carter ain't no joke. So we don't know how this is going to go. All right? We don't know. They did beat Norfolk in the last meeting. But y'all, I'm not going to count Norfolk out, because they got 14 all MEAC guys. 14. More than State at 10. But I do think State finds a way to pull it out, just the way they did last time. So, with that being said, that just leads me to believe that State is going to be in the Celebration Bowl. All right, look out for it. Jacoby Durant is going to propel this team. Okay, Corey Fields is going to take a step up. He's been impressing in camp as well. Shaq Davis, we know what Shaq Davis is going to do. All right, he was tied first in yards per catch on the team. He's going to be great, okay? Yo, it's here. That defensive line, Darryl Brown, the junior, he's the one with the most seniority on that defensive line now that, those other guys are gone. At 6'2", 265 pounds, he ain't nothing to play with either. State is going to be there. I'm calling it now. South Carolina State is going to be there. Y'all can tell me in the comments below why y'all think Norfolk State is going to be there instead of State. The offense isn't consistent enough. I get it, And Jawan Carter is a beast for Norfolk State. I would never take that away from him. But I think South Carolina State is going to get it done. They're going to go 5-0 in the MEAC just like they did last time. And they're going to be in that Celebration Bowl, which they'll lose. I'm just... Excuse me. I'm not confident in them beating any team, any of the contenders from the SWAC, but they'll get there. And I think they'll provide an exciting game once they do. So y'all let me know down in the comments below if y'all think that I'm wrong on this, and if y'all think that Norfolk will be there. But me personally, I'm going with South Carolina State. I'm just putting it out there now. So when the end of the season comes and they are there, I get a little bit of a bragging rights just to say, hey, I called it just like, the experts did, the ones who picked them to be there. That's all. I just want to talk about South Carolina State for a minute, y'all. That's the home school. Like I said, love those dudes. Love the team to death. Not to death. That's a little, that's a little overdoing it. But I do love the school. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. All right. Thank y'all if y'all made it to the end of the video, man. I really appreciate it. CFL Podcast. I'm out. Peace.